Hello, I'm Lexi and this is Tyler. Today we are uploading our first YouTube video ever and we are going to be sharing some things about ourselves and let y'all have a little bit of information as to who we are. And I'm going to start with myself. So, like I said, I'm Lexi and I'm 19 years old. I graduated high school last year in 2018. I was on the pom team for 2 years. I didn't do sports. I did sports my middle school years and came to high school and it just wasn't for me. I was in ASL and I took 2 years of it, so I had ASL 1 and 2. I love English. English was my favorite subject. Currently, I am in college for dental assisting and I have 5 weeks left. I plan on furthering my education in about a year or two to go back to be a hygienist. And yeah, so let's tell some stuff about Tyler.
I'm Tyler. I play football. My mom's gonna make fun of me. I'm Tyler. I play football.
That's okay.
But I'm a junior in high school. I'm 18. I used to play baseball up until my freshman year, and I quit. And then last year I ran track. Hated it. I didn't do it this year. I was thinking about playing baseball again, but I didn't. I have a sister and a little brother, and
You love dogs. Tell me your favorite dog.
my favorite dog's a German Shepherd,
He had 2 of them.
but we had to get rid of him because I was busy with sports and it was just getting hectic. And why don't you tell him about your 37 cats?
Yes, he's right. I don't really have 37 cats. I have 5 cats. And actually 4, we had to get rid of one. So I have 2 Siamese cats. I have a boy and a girl. One is named Beavis and the other is Butthead. If y'all have seen the show, you'll understand. I have an orange cat named Cheese Puff. And I have a little cream-colored cat that we named Nala off of her name we got off the Lion King because she looks like Nala. I've loved cats all my life. I am not a big dog fan. I hate them because they stink no matter if you give them a bath. I just can't stand dogs. But I do like, what's that dog I like that I see every morning? What's it called?
Great Pyrenees.
I do really like the Great Pyrenees dogs. I see one every morning on my way to school. And I go down this country road and I see it down there and I always see him at different spots. So I told Tyler for the longest time, I said, when we get our house, I'm going to go down there and I'm going to pick the dog up and we're going to have that as our dog. But he told me I couldn't do that, but I don't understand why, because
you can't steal a dog.
But if no one is claiming that dog and it's just wandering down a country road, then it's really sad and it should be taken into the home. But here recently, I have saw it at this one house. I'm not sure if it's owner or anything, but it is there. I'm hoping it's not its owner because I really do want the dog.
You can just get one.
Okay, well, he says that now, but later on, I only want one dog because I'm not a dog fan, like I said. He's gonna want a German Shepherd or a Husky, and if you guys are my proof that he just said we can get one later, so when we get a house, we will be getting a Great Pyrenees, so thank you. And we will also have 2 cats. He did tell me that I can have 2 cats and 1 dog. So, hopefully, we can stick with that, and we can get our 2 cats and 1 dog. So now we're going to tell you guys a little bit of how long we've been together and how we got together and stuff like that. Tyler?
You can tell them.
Okie dokie. So, it was my 8th, we were in middle school together. I was an 8th grader and he was a 6th grader. And when I was in cross country every day, the buses would drive by and they'd park and he'd load up and he would get on the bus. Well, every day I noticed that we would always be staring at each other and making eye contact. And you know, when you're in your middle school ages, it's like your friends are like, hey, look, Tyler, and I didn't even know him then. But so anyway, we started texting then, and then
She basically stalked me.
Yeah, basically. But don't let him fool you because he liked it. So then on his birthday, when he was turning 15, right? I texted him happy birthday because I got a Facebook notification that said, I told him, it said, today is Tyler New's birthday, wish him happy birthday. And I was like, oh, okay. So I had his number. So I went ahead and texted him and his response was, thanks, who is this? And I'm like, oh, well, ain't that just awesome and awkward? So I text back and I'm like, oh, it's Lexi, yeah, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, he's with one of his friends and he said the stupidest response ever. He won't let me tell you because he's embarrassed, but anyway, so go to say that he said some dumb response. You know, he was 15 years old, so I let it pass, whatever. Well, from that day on, we kept texting the next day and the next day and the next day, and then we started talking, and then we were dating. Well, it was the summer of me to be a sophomore and him, or me to be a junior and him to be a freshman. So, what was it? It was my end of my sophomore year. He was in baseball, and I was like very, very shy. And so when we were dating, he was living in this other house, not the house we're in now, but a different house. And actually, let me go backwards a little bit. So after I'd get out of class, I would go pick him up for baseball practice, and we would go like to random places like Walmart, or we'd go drive around and just so we could hang out, because I didn't want to come here and I didn't want him to come there because I was too shy, you know, whatever, all that stuff. So finally, one day after all that was hanging, we had been dating for like 3 months already. We'd been dating for like 3 months, and we decided we were gonna go to the movies. This, like, not a first time, but you know, we were going to the movies. Well, his moms were like, I'm not letting you go to the movies unless she comes in and meets us. Well, of course, I'm like, oh my gosh, Tyler, no, I don't want to go in, whatever. I'm so awkward. I'm gonna be shy. So anyway, he comes out to my car and he's like, they won't let me go with you unless you come inside and meet them. And I'm like, okay, fine, you know. So he's carrying me, walking me up to the front door, and I walk in and I see his moms and I meet them, and they're very sweet and very nice, and they didn't really make it awkward. They, you know, they knew I was shy, so they said something like, oh, well, it was nice meeting you. We'll let you go so it's not awkward or whatnot. And I was like, oh yeah, okay. So we went to the movies and everything else, and we came back, and then finally, so I had met his mom, so then I'd come over here, and this is where we'd hang out, or we'd go to my house, and then I still hadn't met his dad after like 5 months, and I think I finally met them on one of his siblings' birthday. I don't know if it was his step-siblings or his sisters. I just remember them inviting me over there. I was working at Buffet King, some Chinese restaurant in Duncan, and I got off at 7:30, and they were like, hey, come over, and I was like, I don't know about that. And his dad would Tyler would send me snaps of his dad telling me to like come over and all that, and so finally I did, and they're having this little cookout. Well, I get there, and Tyler has monkeys at his dad's house. He has 2 marmoset monkeys, and they're really cute, but they're kind of mean. So anyway, so that's really what made me go over there, because I wanted to see the monkeys. So I get there, and he's introducing me to his dad and everyone. And of course, I'm like, hi, you know, really awkward. So I ended up meeting them, and I met his papa and everyone that day. And of course, his dad was giving me a hard time, being like, hey, finally meet me. Hey, nice to meet me. You know, you met his moms. And I'm like, yeah, you know, way to make me feel even more awkward, but it's okay. So now... So yeah, so all that happened, and then, we've been dating for 3 years. We broke up last summer in 2018 for like 4 months, and we got back together in like end of September basically, and then, we've been together since. So we got together on May 2nd of 2016, and we're still together today. We've done quite a bit of stuff together. We've been to, have we been anywhere, really? I mean, I guess we haven't been anywhere. We've been all around everywhere we live. We haven't traveled. This summer, we do plan on traveling to like either California or for sure Texas, to get somewhere out of town so we can just do something fun. But some of my family lives in California, and they really wanted us to come down, so we might fly out there, drive out there, just depends on, you know how that works. So we're gonna see what we can do then, which it'll be our first like trip together with each other. So I'm really excited for that. And last year, Tyler went to Florida for their summer vacation, and I remember him texting me, and he was like, hey, I got you something, which I had told him that I wanted a little anklet because I thought those were like the cutest things. So I was like, oh yeah, he got me an anklet. Well, he did get me an anklet, but he didn't tell me what else they got me till after they got here. And I thought it was the cutest thing ever, because he brought home a Thing 1 and Thing 2 shirt, and I was thinking, you did not come up with that. And he was like, yeah, I picked him out and everything. And then when I went over to their house with his dad and everything, and Heather, his stepmom, was like, yeah, or one of them were like, yeah, he picked them out on his own. And I'm thinking, oh, my little Ty picked me out some shirts, because usually the girl's the one to pick out the cute little matching shirts and everything. So I was really happy for those. We still have those, actually. I recently had someone text me on Instagram and ask me where we got those, because they're doing something for Spirit Week and all that good stuff.
I'll try to put a picture of the one that we took in those shirts and stuff.
Yeah, he can. It's from like, I was still in high school, from like 2 years ago. But yeah, he can upload a picture. And then this summer, well, what is it? In July, I'm going with him and his mom's and their side of the family to where?
Somewhere in Tulsa to go camping.
Yeah, we're gonna go camping somewhere in Tulsa, which will probably be really exciting. And we'll probably be there for like a week or two, I guess. I don't know. We'll be there for quite some time. And then
That's it.
yeah, and that's about it. So
I'm glad you could enjoy hearing her talk the entire 10 minutes.
yeah, since he didn't want to help me talk because he's being a little shy, but
Well, next video, I think we're going to do a Q&A. So we're going to post on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever. Just ask us questions, and we'll try to answer them. Bye.